Ezra 7:17b, Uta karev himo al madbacha di Beit Elah Hakom di Yerushalem. And that brings us to Saluk Sof Pasuk. So we go back to the beginning of this selection. Here we have a Pa'el, imperfect, second person masculine singular after the conjunction. We see that Tav. Now, why don't we see a doubled middle radical on the Resh? Well, that's because it can't take a doubling, so we have compensatory lengthening. So this is the third person masculine plural independent pronoun at the Zakef Katon. It is acting as an object in this case. And you will offer them upon, and then at this Zakef Katon, we have the altar. And this is very similar to the Hebrew word mizbeach, of, and then this is the house of your God, with a second person masculine plural suffix, which is in Jerusalem. So altogether from the beginning, and you will offer them upon the altar of your God, which is in Jerusalem. Now I'd like to look at that ending on your God, kom. We've said before that having a mem there instead of an expected noon is something that the book of Ezra does. But the question is, does the mem appear outside Ezra, or is this just a quirk of this author? Actually, we can go to the Elephantine documents, and we actually do see the use of a kaf mem ending for the second person masculine plural. So right here we see, and he will say to you, with a red rendering here of the mems. You notice that in the epigraphy we do not have a final mem, so that the mem of the suffix looks the same as the internal mem right before it. So Ada Yardeni also wrote an article where he sort of laid out the paleography of at least one of the Elephantine documents, where you can see the shape of the mem that is rather typical of these works. But anyway, all of this is to say, as we go back to Ezra 7:17, that Ezra's use of a mem in its suffixes, which is similar to Hebrew, is not necessarily unique to Ezra.